Welcome back. We're still discussing food. This time we're discussing strawberries. And, well, I have a confession, but I will say it now. Well, these strawberries very interesting, and they sound very foreign when you're talking about it in Nigeria. But guess what? We actually do produce strawberry in Nigeria. I'd like to give you a bit of statistics about that. In Nigeria, estimated annual production is at about 3,000 tons. I don't know if that's enough for a great country like Nigeria. It's valued, that's the industry, is valued at $2 million as at late 2025. Nigeria imported 1,548 shipments between March 2023 and February. That's an increase of almost 200% year-on-year. Profitability there in the industry, commercial yields average 15 to 30 tons per hectare, and then making it one of the most profitable emerging crops in the country. States, mainly Plateau State, is the primary hub of that. And I have to confess that, honestly, I got really excited when I heard that we do have strawberries in Nigeria. I really didn't know that until I wanted to treat this topic or until the news broke out. And I have someone here who will educate me even more today, Ms. Adiola Balogun. She's the COO, Chief Operating Officer of Lim Lim Foods. Good morning, Ms. Balogun, and welcome to the program, Compliment of the Season.
Wishing you the same too. Good morning. Lovely to be here.
Thank you. So, I mean, I think it's exciting. Strawberries is a very attractive and sophisticated looking. So I honestly didn't know that we have that much production in Nigeria.
Oh, wow, we do. We have a lot more than what you even quoted. We have about 100 farmers farming strawberries in hectares of land, hundreds of hectares of land across Vaughan in Jos. The yield is about 30 tons per hectare. And we're talking about, it's a big market, about, if well supported, we're talking about trillions in naira for the market value for strawberries in Nigeria.
Is it just in Plateau State? I know the weather is a major determinant of where.
Yeah, so the weather encourages it. Yes, you can plant in other parts of the country under controlled temperature, where you have greenhouses and the likes, but that makes it more expensive, because they're also competing with the imports that are still coming in. And what we want to do is to encourage local production such that those imports reduce. There's no need, it's like a paradox. On one hand, we're growing it in Nigeria, and then we're importing it in Nigeria. We want to empower our farmers. We want to make them, get better.
Because I see here, imported 1,548 shipments, within just how many months? When we can actually do it, or is the insecurity a challenge also? I know Plateau State has had a lot of incidents.
Exactly. So the insecurity is part of it, but the major issue is that strawberries have a very short lifespan, 1 to 4 days. And so previously we used to air freight from Jos down, and we only had one air freight company doing that. Unfortunately, they stopped air freighting by October. Now the season starts from November, and then it peaks at January, February, March, ends by March once the rain starts. And so the issue now is, how do we get this down south in Lagos?
Because you already have crops that have been harvested.
Yes, some have been harvested, but they are now shipping to the closer regions like Abuja, Kaduna, Kano. But down south in Lagos, we have bulk buyers. We have a group of buyers, and we've come together to form a group. And we're saying, how do we get it down low, down southwest? And that's why we're making a lot of noise about it, that we need to be involved. Government is trying, and there are parties involved, talking to the farmers, but the whole value chain needs to be involved. From the farmers down to the processors across the value chain. It's a food system. And
so what exactly is the problem now? The airline that used to go to Plateau State to cargo has stopped, and it used to be just one.
It used to be just one. And we were okay with the pricing, even though the price of the air freight was almost as close as the price of the product per kg. We didn't mind that we're getting it down south. We're talking about restaurants, smoothie bars, food processors like us. We process them and turn them into powders and snacks. And so a whole lot of value chain players are down south here. If we don't get them in January, February, March, we would have to buy the imported product. And that would be a very big shame for Nigeria.
So while we are celebrating lower food items, we have these threats coming if you do not get them by January. Yes. And trying to get them by road, that's another story.
Oh boy, oh boy. You heard what the chairman of Mile 12 said about the roadblocks. The last time we tried it, we turned into prayer warriors. with fingers crossed, praying that the things came down. And by the time they came down, we lost about 30% of the crops. So yeah, road is good if we have no choice. But the best form of transportation is by air. In 1 hour, it's down in Lagos. People that are going to use it are able to start processing, pre-processing, and keeping them for their production all year round. For us, we have it available all year round. Even though the season is very short, you can always have it all year round if it is well managed.
Because you're processing it, you're adding value,
We're
putting it into
powders, yes. And then once you rehydrate with our own processing method, you can barely tell the difference between the fresh product and the processed product. It goes back to its natural state.
And so this road issue comes up again.
Exactly.
Insecurity, bad road,
exactly.
taxes on the road.
Yeah.
I wonder when we will stop talking about
God
this.
will help us. We're praying that the government comes into this and really puts... So it's like a double-edged sword. Yes, the roadblocks, we want them there for security reasons, but at the same time, we don't want those taxes because it's already piling up the price of the raw materials. By the time it gets down here, it's way too expensive. And it's not just for strawberries. It happens for when we go and get bananas also. The price of the banana itself is very cheap. But by the time the truckload is getting to our facility in Lagos, it's about double the price of the cost of the product. Same thing for mangoes from Benue when we go and get them, because we buy straight from the farms across Nigeria.
And you also have the issue of the bad roads, which makes them spend more time. And these are very delicate fruits.
Exactly. So you have bad roads, you have bad vehicles also. The last truckload of mangoes that we got spent about 5 days on the road. By the time they got to our facilities, we had 60% poor, bad mangoes that was delivered to us. So you can imagine doing that for strawberries that has 4 days. Mangoes can still last 1 week, but strawberries just have 4 days. You only have a 4 days window to get this thing to the processors as quickly as possible before it starts losing value.
But talking about vehicles, shouldn't there be some specialized cooling vans or something that should be transporting those things to the down south?
So we have some, and we've started talking to some people. After the post on LinkedIn went viral, people have been reaching out to us, and we've started talking to some people, and we're looking at that as a backup plan. But we also know the road checkpoints are going to increase the pricing of the landing cost of the product by the time it gets to Lagos. That's the major thing. The fastest is cargo. We wish to have cargo companies that are ready to take things from Jos, not just for the strawberry season. There are other products also grown in Jos, grapes, passion fruit, and so many other lovely products that can be reprocessed down south in Lagos.
So can we just plead to the airlines? Maybe we should look at the camera here, this one, and plead to them, please, come to our aid, come to Plateau State.
So we're calling on cargo companies and even airlines. We have a thriving business in Jos, and we need your help and support to make Nigeria great. The value chain is big. If we don't get this done in this season, a lot of women, a lot of families are going to lose their means of livelihood. And they say when you empower a woman, you empower a nation. So we need this support, not as a one-stop thing, but as a continuous, because it's all about the system operating. Thank you.
All right, I know they will hear, and I know something will happen. Yeah, so, but looking at it bigger now, perhaps you guys also have the duty of making strawberry and those other elitist perceived fruits to be more common, you know, more adopted. That way you would have had a lot of people talking on your behalf, you know. So maybe people should create more products, make it more accessible, less expensive, you know.
So that's what we're doing. So my company, we stand as a processor. We are a processor. We have other users like smoothie bars, restaurants, and stuff like that that use them. But we are a processor, so we turn them into powders and snacks. So by doing so, it means that all year round, even when strawberry is out of season, you would always have your supplies of strawberry. So those that are doing strawberry daiquiri, you don't have to wait for, you don't have to go and buy the import. There's no reason why anyone should be buying imported strawberries when we are there, because we take them and turn them into products that can last for 2-3 years without spoilage. That's what we are there for. And that's part of identifying key players in the value chain.
But how do you differentiate between the imported one? Because some people may not know, and I don't, is ours cheaper?
Ours is slightly cheaper, slightly cheaper. So the ours has a very short period window. So once it's after
because
March,
they have a lot of chemicals to preserve.
Exactly. So you ask yourself, why would I have a fruit that's going to last, that's been shipped from maybe South Africa or some other country, and it's still in Nigeria and it's still looking fresh? You should be asking those questions. But ours has 1 to 4 days window. And so what we do is that we freeze them, we clean them, we freeze them, we pack them, so you can have them all year round. And so we're saying, Nigerians, please buy Nigeria to make Nigeria great.
Well, what are some features I can use to know between the imported and the Nigerian?
I think it's just packaging. For the imported ones, they come in those transparent packs. For the Nigerian ones, because they're coming straight from the farms in cartons, I wish we had the videos to show them.
Yeah, well, the videos have been showing.
Okay, so they come in cartons, so there's no real packaging. So it's on us, the processors.
Like that? Is that it?
That's my process. Okay, so it comes in those
like
cartons,
this.
Yes. So it comes in those cartons, so there's no finance around getting them in those small packs because there's no cold chain system that is fully established from farm to table in Nigeria yet. So you have them in frozen bags sold in supermarkets around Nigeria.
But I mean, these ones have a bit of greens. That's the Nigerian
That's the stem.
one.
That's the stem.
Okay, that's the stem. Okay, I was just looking for a way perhaps we can differentiate it. So once you see, you know.
I think it's just packaging for now.
It's just packaging for now.
Oh,
okay, all right. Well, we do hope that, I mean, this message will change things. I mean, imagine how much we will save as a country.
We're talking about billions here. Yeah. Billions in value.
In importing strawberries.
So we're talking about jobs, livelihood, FX impact for the economy. The impact is far-reaching than what we think about.
Exactly. Thank you so much for coming on the program, and we certainly do wish that, you know, some of those airlines and cargo in the value chain would do something about it. The Chief Operating Officer of Lim Lim Foods, Ms. Adeola Balogun, and Merry Christmas once again.
Thank you very much. Lovely to be here.
All right, let's take a break now. When we come back, we'll see what's happening in the global scene. Please stay with us.